It's Monday, our first Monday of MLB The Show 21. That means it's time for you to make some stubs in Diamond Dynasty. It's Market Monday. I'm Ansel Armstrong. If this is your first time watching, this is a weekly video that we do. We break down the content in MLB The Show 21 coming out this week, what we can do to capitalize on that and make some stubs, and how overall we're approaching the game to make some stubs and build up our squad. Let's hop into it. Now, before we hop in too much into the stub making aspect of it, I do want to say this is going to be more market based than anything else. We did post a video yesterday. You can click the link up right here. It should be right here in this corner. That'll lead you to our no money spent episode 1, and in that video we look at things from a more content based perspective in terms of making subs and building your squad. So talking about team affinities, talking about events, talking about ranked seasons, the battle royale program, things of that nature. You definitely want to check out that video. Use both of these in conjunction with each other and you are going to be rocking and rolling. Now we're going to be talking about several things today, some new content coming out, as well as towards the end, you're going to want to watch till then. We're going to be talking about what things I'm flipping right now, what's moving quickly on the market, where we can really find some nice margins for flipping, as well as what we're doing to prepare for tonight or Tuesday when the official game launches. We have all the Game Pass members coming in, everybody coming in who's gotten the standard edition. So we could see some changes and influxes in the markets with that going on. So we're going to be discussing my approach for that, as well as the 42 series. I know there's been a lot of discussion around those cards. We're going to be hitting it all today. But first, let's look at the schedule for this week. Obviously the 19th, which is today, we have both a player program and a headliner set 2. It says featuring a prospect series player releasing on Tuesday for the headliner set 2. So I'm not really sure what's happening on that front. I assume it's coming out today. It's not entirely clear what exactly is happening there. So, but I do believe that is coming out today, as well as our player program. By the time you're watching this video, it probably already has come out. Then we have our first inning showdown, stage 2 choice back, and tops now moments all coming out on Friday. So a very busy week this week in MLB The Show. 2 big content days with both Monday and Friday. And of course, it's not as though we have a lack of other things to do in this game as it is. So first, let's talk about the player program. We don't really know exactly what those are going to look like here in MLB The Show 21. We saw them last year. They gave us cards. They gave us progress in any programs. Overall, nothing too crazy usually happens with those. Maybe they changed it up this year and they're beefier, they're juicier. They have some packs. That would be what I'm watching there. If there are any packs in those, that would affect the market and affect the value of cards. Also, as well, you're going to be getting progress towards the inning program for that. So we could see our henchmen start to drop a little bit. We could see more people getting to the free headliner pack as well. So maybe Josh Donaldson starts to come down in price a little bit. But overall, our player program as well as the showdown aren't going to have too much impactful. Now, we have seen the showdown have some packs in it at some point. So for example, if for beating the first inning showdown, you get like a ball-in pack or a guaranteed gold pack, I would look at that point for gold prices to tank relatively quickly if that were to happen, which creates a great investment opportunity for us to come in, buy some golds, especially 82s to 83s. Those are going to rebound over the next couple days if we were to get something like that. So that's what it's something I would be looking at. Overall, neither of those are going to have too much impact on the market in terms of fluctuating prices. Now, headliner set 2, again, not going to have too much impact either. I would definitely not buy those packs. If you played last year, you know headliners are generally not worth it too much overall. Only thing you could see is maybe a drop in golds and silver prices today, because of course we do have those guaranteed silvers from the headliner pack. Higher chance of getting golds as well, which if they do drop would be a good play to pick up, which leads us into our next point. Let's talk about launch night. MLB The Show 21 officially releases tonight for the standard edition. What kind of impact is that going to have on the market? Honestly, it's a bit tough to say. I don't think anyone can definitively say one thing or another with how different this year is with the addition of the Game Pass members. In past, it's been relatively minimal impact on release night with how many people get deluxe versions of the game. That being said, this year with Game Pass, you're going to have a huge influx of players coming in, and I could see prices on the market potentially increasing. You're going to have a large amount of players come in and start playing. Maybe you've probably had some players who have canceled their pre-orders on Xbox because they have the Game Pass. Now they're going to spend that money on stubs. So we have Stubs influx into the market, all these new players completing moments and getting subs through that fashion. And at the same time, they're not getting any free packs from just playing the game. They don't have their pre-order packs or anything like that. So not really introducing any more volume into the market. I could see the market going up somewhat. The release of the official game tonight. I don't know if I would necessarily go out and invest anything crazy, but personally what I'm looking at, if I can get some 80 golds, especially 81s, but if I can really find any golds at quick sell value, I may go ahead and throw some stubs at that, because that's risk-free investment, right? Worst case scenario, I go through and I quick sell them back. They quick sell for 1,000 subs each. So when I talk about quick sell value for a gold, we're looking at 1,000 subs. If I can go in and pick me up some gold players right now for 1,000 subs, maybe after the headliner drop, wait a little bit, see how the market looks, give me some gold players for 1,000 subs, I'm probably going to jump on that pretty quickly. I got some subs to invest. I got some subs to spend. That's why it's important to have a nice big bankroll in MLB The Show 21, because you want to go out and invest and have that capital to work with. So I'll probably be doing some of that again if I can get it at quick sell. If I can't, I'll probably pass. But if I get it at quick sell, it's risk-free investment, because again, I'll just go back and quick sell them if their market doesn't change at all. Now, the other thing I might be looking at, especially with the headliners, is some of these silver prices. You can see 18,000 exchange points to receive a gold player pack. That ends up being 1075 overall silver. So if I can get 10 silvers at 100 subs a piece, again, we're in a situation where I get a gold player pack. That's at least going to be 1,000 subs. I can't lose stubs. And who knows, maybe pull a Trey Turner, somebody like that could sell for much more than 1,000 subs, much less if you're able to fill in some 76 overalls. As we can see going through here, they exchange for 2,400. So if you're getting 76, 77 overalls, silvers at 100 subs a piece, maybe they drop today, I would definitely look at picking some of those up as well. Those could be good for the exchange, especially as gold prices for some of those high guys like Stanton and Gallo, Trey Turner, and people who players want to use early investment upgrades. Those are going to be guys that people are going to want to be buying on the market. Their golds are going to be overpriced compared to other golds at similar overalls. Now, the other thing that we're getting on Friday is more Tops Now moments. We'll probably be able to choose 2 players from that Tops Now pack. One of them is almost certainly going to be Giolito, for his no-hitter, almost perfect game that he had. We'll probably get another diamond to go along with that. And that's going to be a really sneaky way to make some stubs. It'll get you a little bit. They're not going to take long, 30, 45 minutes maybe to get through those moments if you're having to redo them a couple times. And if we take a look at Ryan McMahon here, really solid early on card, but more importantly, you can see day one he was selling for 16,000 stubs. And early on in this game, every single sub counts. So if I can sell McMahon for 16,000 subs, that's a good place for me to come in and pick it and sell him, add to my stub roll, so I can have more subs to attack my collections, attack whatever cards I'm looking to have, build my bankroll so I can flip better, things of that nature. And you'll be able to choose to probably get a gold as well. Now, one thing to note about these is we don't know exactly how Player of the Month is going to work this year, but I think it's likely that we'll probably end up needing these Tops Now cards for Player of the Months, at least some of them. So there could be some investment opportunities there. I personally think it's a little bit early for that. We'll be talking about that a little bit more as we get closer to Player of the Month. We don't even know when that's going to release, as it's still only just the middle of April. We won't get that until at least May. I personally wouldn't recommend tying up a bunch of subs in these cards and then just having to sit on them and wait for a significant period of time before you can actually see a return on that. I think we can have some shorter term plays that are going to work out a lot better for us. Now, one more thing I want to talk about before we get into flipping and what I've been looking at. These 42 players, I've had a lot of people ask me about these. Yeah, they've certainly have gone up in price pretty significantly. I don't necessarily see them going down in price, especially again, as we have a bunch of new people coming on. They are not getting any of these 42 cards from pre-ordering or anything of that nature. So they may spend some of their subs to go out and buy these 42 cards. So we could see them go up. I don't think it's a good play at all to invest in them unless you just have a ton of stubs lying around that you have nothing to do with, because again, we can get a better return on 30,000 subs than buying a Bob Gibson and selling them for 40,000 subs, maybe at the best. I think we can have some better plays there and some better returns on our subs. Not to mention, It's only a matter of time before SDS drops the 42 pack featuring these 10 cards for free through multiple avenues. We'll probably have them through Conquest. Event rewards are going to have them. Inning programs are going to feature these. There's going to be ways to get these packs over and over and over again. These will all be 5,000 sub cards eventually. There's no doubt in my mind. If you do have just a ton of subs to throw around, I could see these certainly going up on the 20th when the game officially releases. Now, let's talk a little bit about flipping, what I've been doing early on and flipping in MLB The Show 21. Let's hop into the marketplace here. Let's go to players. Personally, I've been enjoying live series players. You never can go wrong with live series players. We see Trout at 372K. He's climbing a little bit. He's starting to climb. I've seen him down around 330 sometimes in the mornings. But as we go through here, I found some good margins with some live series diamonds. We see JT Realmuto right there, 18,600 on the buy, 475 on the sell. Quick mass, that's about a 2,000 difference. If we take a look at his marketplace, that's a pretty good price for him overall. So that's a pretty standard price. There's about a 2,000 sub gap after tax right there. That's a really good flip and things that we're looking for. Same can be said with golds. Golds are a bit more hit or miss. You can see somebody like Stanton, we have about 400 to 500 subs after tax. Bogart's got nothing right there. So that looks like some mistake orders are going up. But you can see there's some decent margins. Silvers overall have been pretty rough for me. They move quick, but there's not a whole lot of margins. So I would definitely recommend staying at some of your higher end golds, which is another reason why it's nice to have a really good bankroll. So some of the higher end golds, I think, are a really good place to be for me. They move quick. You can get several hundred subs per flip, and you can just sit there and keep flipping, especially with the market working a little bit quicker now. If you've tried to flip over the opening weekend, it slowed me down a ton. I legitimately just stopped flipping entirely because it frustrated me. You would have to lag like 5-6 seconds every time you posted an order. Absolutely terrible. That is getting better though, and there are some good margins out there. These live series goals, you got to be creative with it. You got to find it. But these diamonds, I don't know what's happening with Liam Hendricks right here. But I personally would stay away from this because, again, one of my rules is if you see something weird going on, I'm going to stay away from it. But we got Hendricks here. If you could buy him for 30 and sell him for 50, let's see what his overall marketplace looks like. Usually he's been selling for around 22. So always check your marketplace tab. Always check your marketplace tab. He's usually been selling for around 22. He's currently selling for 29 as someone has come through and cornered the market on Liam Hendricks, at least tried to. So that's a firm situation where I stay entirely away from all of that. Another thing I have been doing is picking up some cards overnight as well. Let's take a look at Kershaw right here. Kershaw, just as it is, has an insane margin right now, but I've seen Kershaw, if we look at his market trends, we can see him. He was 25 the other day. Then he's down to around 22K. But again, that's an average. So we're going to fluctuate. I've seen Kershaw a lot of the times are closer to 24,000. I was able to pick him up for 16,000 the other night. I picked up 3 of them. I sold them this morning for 22,000. That is a really good profit right there. So you can get in some overnight flips as well. Find those margins during the nighttime hours as the market kind of dips a little bit. Another one that looked solid earlier was JT Realmuto. Of course, he had that margin. When we look at his marketplace, he is trending. Want to make some stubs? Want stubs? Hey, you can make some stubs. You can make some stubs. Yeah, Georgia wants to make some stubs, does it? Okay. Now, another thing I've heard is that these gold prospects actually move really well. The margins are certainly there. I haven't actually tested my toes in these waters. I will be relatively soon. Their prices are steadily going down, so you got to be able to flip them pretty quickly, but some decent margins there. Now, one of the other big things, of course, if you've been paying attention over opening weekend, everyone caught on to this one pretty quickly. Let's go into here. Let's look at the perks tab. The perks have been pretty insane. If you're able to catch on early on, you were able to see how crazy those were moving. And honestly, the margins are still good. They're probably moving a lot slower right now, but the margins on these are still really good. We can see 4,700 sell on a 3K buy. That's still over 1,000 subs in profit. They are a bit slow to move, so a little bit more passive. But all the gold ones, you know, if you're selling them for 5,000, that gives you a lot of room to work with. The silvers are down pretty significantly. But even still, in terms of a percentage of return, if you buy it for 25 and sell for 300 or so, that is a pretty good return. This is an area where I'm not actively flipping in anymore. I think the time has kind of passed, but if you want to throw out a couple orders in here, if you have, 50K stubs just lying around, throw out some orders in here. Maybe they go through. When they do sell relatively quickly. So, hey, you can give it a shot. Maybe with all the Game Pass people coming on, they're going to be playing Road to the Show and they're going to be buying some of these. Definitely some potential there. And still some opportunity to make a lot of stubs on that front. So that does do it for today's video. Market Monday #1 in the books. It is officially launch night for MLB The Show 21. I can't wait to welcome all the new players, all the new Xbox players, people who are even getting new on PlayStation. It's going to be an incredible year for this game. The first weekend of this game was incredible. I am loving MLB The Show 21 so much. I can't wait to experience this game with everyone, with all of you, to welcome you all to the community, and most importantly, help everyone make some stubs, because that's what we're all here for as well at the end of the day. As always, we do stream live on Twitch. You can find the link to that down in the description below. If you want to keep up with how our team is evolving live, how we're progressing live, how we're making stubs live, especially if we start to get some flash sales, you're going to want to be live on Twitch to follow along with what we're doing at those moments specifically. Let me know down in the comment section below what has been your favorite aspect of MLB The Show 21 so far. Are you enjoying the game? Are you not liking the game? Let me know. Until next time, though, I'll catch y'all around.